Today we're at Lake Hill Speedway in Valley Park, Missouri for a reunion like no other. After being closed since 1980, race fans, racers, and race cars are back at this historic speed plant to remember and relive the glory days of this racetrack, which opened in 1948 and was primarily a midget racetrack for the first few years of operation, but then the stock car craze took over, and the rest is history. The track went from dirt to asphalt in 1966 and drew some of the biggest names in racing, both locally and nationally, during its 33 years of operation. Russ Wallace, Rusty Wallace, Kenny Schrader, Don Klein, Jerry Sifford, and airborne Alan Potter all raced here. Just climbing out of a dandy Don Klein race car is Kenny Wallace. Look at the smile on his face. He had a great time. Kenny, one of the main guys that put this thing on. And listen to the crowd. Listen to him applaud, Kenny. Well, is this outstanding or what?
I mean, this is all about my dad, Russ Wallace, Dandy Don Klein, Kenny Schrum, Jerry Sifford, Ernie Jumper, Eldon Lohman. I mean, it just goes on and on. There's so many great race car drivers here. And I mean, it's like a time warp. It's like the movie. It's like the movie Back to the Future. I mean, Shirley went back in the day here, and it's for real.
You know, they were kidding. They said, some of the officials used to work here and said, if they knew they were going to have this many people, they never would have closed the track.
Look, take the camera. There's more people that's ever been. There must be 2,000 people.
At least.
I tell you what, Granite City and Peebly'd love to have this crowd on a weekend night. This is out of hand. I love it.
Man, I mean to tell you, and what a special day for a lot of people. Obviously, your dad, he is smiling like he got his first bicycle for Christmas. You know that?
Well, the only thing I got to work on now, Dad, I know when we go back to North Carolina, he'll be going, hey, heard one. Think I run a sportsman car at Peebly or something? I'm like, calm down, Dad. You got one eye.
But he loved that Camaro. You got the decals, the OK Vacuum decals on that red Camaro. What a fun your dad's having today.
Well, you know, what happened with the Wallace family, we're back in North Carolina where we live now, and my brother Rusty and my brother Mike, they just didn't grab the concept. And I told them, man, we drained all the water out of the racetrack, and it's good to go. And they're like, yeah, right. So my brother Mike got on STLRacing.com and for about an hour, and he was beside himself. And that was on Thursday, and he just couldn't get it all together to get here. But Schrader's, you know, he's heartbroken. He's in Columbus, Mississippi. Right. But Ann and Sheldon and Dorothy, his family are all here, and June Schrader, his mother. And I mean, it's a pretty strong feeling right now.
And how about passing Bill Schrader's garage on the way in?
That, you know, I mean, some things just stand still. And you know, Kenny Schrader's, hold on, I need this beer.
All right.
Brought to you by dun, 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 dun. Here comes the king.
We're not going to, I guarantee you, cable won't let us show this one.
This is a commercial moment. I tell you, one of my most exciting times. Dad, come here.
Come on here, Russ.
Come here.
Bring him here.
I got to stop you for a minute.
Why? Turn around. Look at the camera.
Come here, Clyde.
Come bring it in here.
I bet nobody knows who this man is.
Look here.
Anybody know who he is?
Who is this guy?
This is the man that originally built Peebly Speedway, Clyde Arzon.
The man who built Peebly, Clyde. Congratulations, Clyde. Well, this has got to be a fun day for you. You've probably seen a lot of people, Clyde, that you haven't seen in a long time.
Yep, it's just true. The only thing, they're all so old, I don't recognize any of them. I don't know what happened. They all recognize me because I stayed the same, looks like.
Well, listen, you got a great racetrack still down at I-55. Thanks for the start, because that is a major power plant, a major speed plant in auto racing in the Midwest.
It's one of the best.
It is. It really is. Clyde, thanks for coming. Enjoy the day. Give Clyde a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, Clyde.
I got to see this guy right
All right. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just lost the whole thing. Well, 66.99 is a number I remembered from the time I first started racing, watching racing at Belclair Speedway over in Belleville. He's here today, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Kenny Schrum. Kenny, how's this party today? Pretty good?
It sure brings back old memories, I'll tell you that.
You raced here how long?
I raced here in 49 to 80 something.
You mean you actually started just a year after the track opened? It opened in 48.
Right. It's the first track I really run any time at all.
Do any good?
Oh yeah, after a couple of years, you know.
You finally got the hang of it. Now, did you race? I didn't catch the last year you raced. Did you race when it was asphalt?
Yeah, I had a late model then. We raced them in late model in asphalt.
Yeah. Now, I know every once in a while you have a reunion, little barbecue out at your house. You've had it every once in a while. But how about this reunion today? Is this great?
I'll tell you, I ain't saw anything like it for a long time.
Out on the racetrack, bring back some memories for you?
Lovely memories. Of course, I'm 80 years old, and it's kind of hard to drive the car now.
Oh, yeah, but I'll tell you what, I saw that smile on your face every time you went by. You were having a great time.
I sure was.
Kenny, you know what? There's enough people here. People are talking about if they get this many people every night they race, they'd probably open up again.
I would like to see that, but I don't think that the county would let them.
Yeah, those the county governments aren't as friendly with racing as they used to be, are they?
That's sure enough. What I like about this, I met all my old friends and stuff, you know.
Oh, yeah. And people have been so nice, Kenny. You know what I mean? People come up and saying, oh, I remember when, and thank you, and had a great time watching your race and all that kind of stuff. It just seems like the family atmosphere just doesn't leave, does it?
That sure does. They're all the nice people around here. And I've been busy. I like to warm my hand out shaking hands.
If you didn't hear me, he said he's about worn his hand out shaking hands with people here today. Well, Kenny, enjoy the rest of the day here at Lake Hill Speedway. What a great reunion. We're gonna stay out. The sun's still up. Great weather. Thanks for coming. Stay healthy, buddy. We want to see you at the St. Louis Auto Racing Fan Club banquet if you can make it.
I'll be there.
All right. Kenny Schrum, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if you want to know, the people that are mainly responsible for this, and I say mainly because there are so many people responsible for today's reunion here at Lake Hill Speedway. These are three of the guys that really got this thing going, and without the help of these guys, we wouldn't be here today. First of all, Kim Gardner. Kim, you own the property now. I know that racing was kind of foreign to you a little bit, but all of a sudden it seemed like the racing bug bit you, and this thing just took off.
Well, racing was not only foreign, but I didn't know anything about it.
That's what I meant, but that's okay.
Yeah, really. And we, just had one hell of a party. We started off with a Google on Lake Hill Speedway, and here's where we're at. So it's been a great event.
Did you think it was going to be this big? I knew you were going to have people. I think everybody thought you were going to have people, but did you think it was going to be this big?
Well, we always hope for the best, and this is beyond the best expectations I ever imagined. So this is wonderful.
Now, I've heard a lot of people say, now with this kind of crowd, they're thinking about maybe bleachers and Friday and Saturday night again.
Well, let's go for it. If we can get the right business plan, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, and be nice to the county. That's all I can tell you.
There you go. Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Kim, thank you so much. We really appreciate this day. As speaking for all the race fans in the bi-state area, you made a lot of people happy today, and believe me, I mean that sincerely. You did a tremendous job.
That's what life's all about. Let's do it.
All right. Thank you, Kim Gardner. We're going to talk now with John Schrader. John, very instrumental with Fabic and getting some equipment out here. You know, and I want to tell you about John Schrader. John Schrader is a lot like me. I can't say no. You know what I mean? I know. I'm serious. No, I know. I mean that seriously. My my first wife, you know, would remind me that every time I walk out the door, no matter what it was. You know, I simply couldn't say no. And this is another guy, especially for racing, that you know, has been involved. And John, I want to thank you and Mike, the equipment operator, and everybody that helped.
Mike Gwynn's the guy that did all the work. I just helped to get it. I obligated all my friends to help. You know, that's how you do that. And if it wouldn't have been for Kenny Schrader introduced me to Kenny Wallace, I wouldn't have been involved. And Kenny Schrader called me and said, you know how you do this? She said, you can only blank your friends. You can't do it to other people. So I'm glad to be part of it. It's a great deal, and I'm tickled to death with the people.
Well,
this is St. Louis racing.
I'll tell you what, though, you got to have people in the right places to get the job done. You know what I mean? You know,
guys like Mike.
Exactly, but again, John, you've been very involved in racing, race car owner. You know what it's all about.
Exactly.
You know what it means to work 5 or 6 nights a week, you know, on a race car, and what it means to the fans in the stands to come out and put on a good show. And today we put on a great show.
Put in one little plug.
Go right ahead.
Schrader Racing's looking for sponsors in 2008. Okay.
All right. Thank you, John. Come on in. Mike McGinnity, Mike with the St. Louis Auto Racing Fan Club. He's also on the board with Allied Auto Racing Association here in the St. Louis area. Mike, what a day here at Lake Hill Speedway.
Yeah, it's a fantastic day. You know, it was my honor. My grandfather was responsible for bringing late models to St. Louis and then turning this track to asphalt. So when I had the opportunity to take the fan club and jump on this, I jumped full-heartedly, knowing that personally, you know, as a kid running here with Kenny Wallace running around, kicking.
That's right. You played with him, right? And he wasn't talking about running race cars. He's talking about playing in the dirt with Kenny Wallace.
Yeah, we got hollered more than once for running and knocking people over. But it's just been a great opportunity for us because it brought so many family memories back. And to be here, to have some cars running around the racetrack and do such a great job, man, I just can't say enough for everybody that helped. The St. Louis Fan Club Auto Racing has been, around for 40 years? And it's been kind of known as the retirement home, and I'm hoping that people realize that we're alive and well.
Get some fresh blood and get her going. Mike, the crowd. Tell me your feeling about the crowd. First of all, started at 9:30 this morning. Now, this thing started at 10 o'clock, but they started lining up at 9:30 or earlier to get in.
Oh, no, I got phone calls at 7:45. I'm like, I'm on my way. The crowd. When we first started this thing, it was so grown up and it was so overwhelming that I thought if we got 500 people here, we were really doing well. And as time progressed, all of a sudden we have a media blast, and all of a sudden I'm calling the TV station saying, don't play it on Friday because I can't take any more people.
How about St. Louis Auto Racing or the St. Louis Motorsports area has got a website, stlracing.com. Jimmy Daring's got this website, and over 36,000 hits on the Lake Hill Speedway reunion thread. Unbelievable.
The neat part about that, Mike, is the fact that it was old people along with young people and racers and people like him that didn't know anything. All of a sudden they heard the talk in town and they were going to the website. You know, the St. Louis, the STLFanClub.com that we use, since we got on KMOX with Kenny Wallace 4 times, we had over 2,000 hits on our website. We didn't have 2,000 hits in 5 years.
Well, I tell you what, it's really rejuvenated the St. Louis area race fan, old and young. A lot of people smiling, a lot of people shaking hands and hugging and saying, hell, I haven't seen you for 20 years and stuff like that. A great day for the racers, the race fans, and St. Louis Auto Racing Fan Club in general.
Yeah, the nice thing about this thing is everybody pulled together. As you know, the racing community, we fight on the racetrack and we're hugging each other like family. So it's been a great opportunity, and people just have really come a long way with the St. Louis Auto Racing Fan Club. We got, I don't know, we signed up 60, 70 members today alone, and we had 68 new ones this year. So we're really excited that we can be part of racing, and we're going to do more. So if you want to join a winning club, come on, get it on.
All right. Mike McGinnity, thank you so much, president of the St. Louis Auto Racing Fan Club. We got one more guy we want to talk to. Big Mike, come on in here. Come on in here. Here's the guy that did all the heavy equipment work. And, Mike, we just want to thank you and get you on TV here for a second and ask you about your thoughts with this project, because I know John's probably got you in all kinds of stuff, you know what I mean, over the years. But when you rolled up to this place, what did you think when you first saw it?
Oh, what a mess. I'd been here 30 years ago, and it was just beautiful back then. Came up here, it was just nothing but woods, weeds, and just nasty.
Could you see the racetrack?
It was underwater.
The whole racetrack was underwater when you rolled up?
Pretty much all but about 6 feet of it. It was just a disaster.
How long did it take you to get it cleaned up?
We've been working on this since August.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
3 months of intensive work, pumps and graders and backhoes and all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. We've had a great time out here, and the crowd that's out here today makes it all worthwhile.
You know, Mike, that is true. When you put the kind of effort in that you did to get the kind of result that you're getting today, I know it's a lot of work and it's a lot of time and it's a lot of being away from home, but man, today it's got to be all worth it.
It is. We didn't know if we'd have 2 people or 2,000 people, and I think we're beyond 2,000 right now. It's just been fantastic. We've loved every minute of it.
Well, on behalf of the race fans and the racers and everybody with the St. Louis Auto Racing Fan Club, thanks for your efforts. We really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the reunion.
Thank you very much.
All right. We're just going through the racetrack now, talking to people, asking them about their favorite memories and thoughts about today. Ma'am, what's your name?
My name's Beth Marshall.
Beth Marshall. And you got a favorite memory, favorite day here at Lake Hill Speedway?
It's actually the smell of the place. The oil and the brakes and the dust, it all brings back such memories.
Memories of just racing or anybody in your family race?
My uncles and my dad raced, Art, Gene, and Orville Wepner.
Holy cow. And when did they race?
Many of them.
But I mean, what years did they race? You remember?
They raced in the late 60s, early 70s.
All right, well, see, even the smell of a racetrack brings people back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to wish my family the best of luck for the remaining years of their lives, because I'm going to take a ride with Kevin Gundaker and probably end mine. Thank you very much. But at least this is not on dirt. I feel much safer. It's a controlled environment. Gundaker's going to have to behave. Oh. Well, I hope Gundaker behaves. Just want to let you know it's metropolitan life, and call the personnel lady at work and she'll tell you all about my benefits. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Oh, mama. We're up the wall. Gundaker's always on the wall. I knew he'd do this. He promised to go slow. Help! Help! Help me! Help! Help! Somebody help me! Call my wife! Help! Help! We're at Lake Hill Speedway. We're on the top. That's where all the marbles are. It's going to get ugly. Oh, mama. Yeah, I know. We just beat the wheelchair. The wheelchair is for second place now.
You taking souvenir pictures?
Why did I ever think about getting in a car with Kevin Gundaker? Here we go again. Yeah. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. We're up alongside McClintock. This could get ugly. Get over. I'm good. Oh. Somebody got a towel. This does not work at all. I don't know who built this car, but it doesn't work at all.
You want a can opener?
Oh, man. I got in, but I don't know how in the hell I'm going to get out. Woo! Right.
Here, Mike. I didn't want the ball.
Thank you.
All right.
Wow. What a deal.
All right.
Just to give you an idea, this racetrack was completely full of water about 2 months ago. Not only was it full of water, there were actually trees growing on the infield and around this racetrack. You can look to my right and see now, this is some of the debris that they moved off the racetrack and from around the racetrack that was actually overhanging and growing inside the track here at Valley Park at Lake Hill Speedway. So again, what an outstanding job everyone did, all the volunteers. This took months, ladies and gentlemen, but the last 2 months, that's when they got serious. They brought in the tree trimmers, all volunteer stuff. It would have cost several $100,000 if they had to pay for all this to get this thing done for today. But people got together, opened their hearts and their garages, and brought out their equipment and got this thing done. And you can see there was a lot to do here to get this track ready for today. More action coming up as we wind things down on the racetrack, but there's a lot more action here at Lake Hill Speedway this afternoon. Well, I'm not sure if he announced it every racetrack, but I know he announced it almost every racetrack in the bi-state area and states surrounding. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Glenn Jake Jacoby, voice of Allied Auto Race for many years, I-57 Raceway in Benton, Missouri. We played down there together. Glenn got me in racing, announcing several years ago. He's here today. He also is the holder of the plans for this facility, Lake Hill Speedway. He's got the original architectural drawings. Glenn, thanks for coming out. And how did you get a hold of those drawings for this racetrack?
Well, originally, a lot of people don't know it, but the Inman family, Tommy Lee Inman and that bunch, Grandpa Inman and Dad Inman, Tommy Lee's dad, actually built this racetrack originally. Later, it got into the hands of Marty Heidel. And Tommy Lee gave me the original plans he had on the shelf, and I stored them on the shelf for 20 years. And I turned them over to Eileen Waters, and she's had them put behind glass, and they're around here somewhere hung up, so everybody can see them where they're supposed to be. I just got here a little bit ago, and I'm watching these quarter midgets going. I want out on that racetrack.
For those of you who don't know, when I first started announcing 37 years ago, I guess, it was, yes, 37 years, Glenn. at the Fallon Quarter Midget. It was the Southern Illinois Quarter Midget Association. That's where I ran into this guy and his son, Bert Jacoby, racing a quarter midget. In fact, I announced, found out from Bert, I announced his first official quarter midget race over in O'Fallon. But Glenn heard me, gave me a shot on the ground first at I-57 in Benton, Illinois. And then from there, I've been all over the Midwest. And officially, I want to thank this guy for all he's done for the sport of motorsports, motor racing. He's done a tremendous job through the years, still supports the sport. And Glenn, this just doesn't get out of your system, does it?
I'll tell you what, I want to clear one thing up. Don't quit. Don't quit. I wanted to get in 50 years of announcing. I missed because I had cut down the last few years to one a year at Jerseyville for the motorcycles. And I figured, boy, I'll get my 50th this year. That was a couple years ago. And didn't happen. We got rained out. So I got 49 consecutive years.
Well, Glenn, enjoy the rest of the afternoon. All your old friends are here. Schrum, Klein, Sifford, Ernie Jumper, all these guys. Webb Spalding's here. I don't know if you saw Webb or not. Webb was here a while ago, so enjoy the day. Thanks for coming.
I had challenged Webb to bring his scooter along, and we were going to have us a scooter race. Didn't happen.
See, you can't get it out of your system. I don't care what it is. If it's got a motor and a wheel, they're going to do it. All right, thanks, Glenn Jacoby. Thank you, Jake. Well, race fans, as the sun sets, so does the Lake Hill Speedway reunion. At 4:44 today, the sun's going down, and at 4:44 today, they'll wave the checkered flag for the final time here at Lake Hill Speedway. I want to thank the St. Louis Auto Racing Fan Club, Kenny Wallace, John Schrader, Kim Gardner, everyone who made this day such a great event. If you're a true race fans, as I know many of you are, this was a very, very special day. People got together, they shook hands, they hugged, they remembered, they had some great stories to share, and overall, this was probably one of the best days for the St. Louis racing motorsports community in years. It was a great reunion. Again, I'm very proud and pleased to have been a part of it. I hope you've enjoyed the Lake Hill Speedway reunion footage here on St. Louis Motorsports Review.